Hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christine Lunsford. I'm a women's wellness coach, and I'm curious, do you have a wellness goal? Is there something that you would like to achieve and you just are not sure how to get there? Whether that would be weight loss, or maybe you are a fitness person and you want to increase your goals or the weight that you're lifting, or I don't know a whole lot about that, but in my case, I wanted to just feel better. I wanted to have more mental clarity. I wanted to be less fatigued. I wanted to have more energy. I wanted to be more present. And I just overall wanted to feel better. So I'm going to show you and take you through a technique that is going to help you clarify what it is that you want. It's going to clarify how you're going to get there. And by the end of this 30 to 45 minutes, you're going to have a plan that will work for you. So it doesn't matter where you are in your journey, I can help you get there. So what we're going to use is a technique called mind mapping. Um, Probably the easiest way to visualize this is if you ever cleaned a closet. Big task. And the best way to do it, at least in my opinion, is you empty everything out of the closet. All of it. Take everything out, because then you can see what you have. Now, you can sort as you go and empty as you empty the closet, or you can just dump it all out and then put back what you want. It doesn't matter. The end result is going to be the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to do basically the same thing, but we're going to do it in your brain. So, first of all, get yourself a big sheet of paper, or in my case, a whiteboard. You can use a chalkboard, whatever works for you. It really doesn't matter. Whatever is going to work for you. Now, I need to speak to the people that are OCD. Let it go for now. It does not have to look pretty and it does not have to be organized for this first step. I promise you're going to be able to organize it later, because I'm one of those that I struggled with this technique so bad. But just roll with me for a second. So in the center of this, you're going to draw a circle or square or star or whatever shape you want. Doesn't matter. Shape doesn't matter, but you need something in the middle. In that, you're going to write your goal. Be as specific as you can. I am going to be general because all of you are going to have different goals. And my hope is that I can help inspire you a little bit. So, in the center, I just wrote wellness. Again, be as specific as you can. If you want to lose 10 pounds, you can write in there, lose 10 pounds, or you can write your target weight. You can write whatever your goal is, that's what you want to write in there. Now, you're going to brain dump. Set a timer for 10 to 15 minutes, preferably 15. Now, the reason you want to do this is because you don't want to take days to dump everything out of your brain. This is supposed to be quick. And if you find at the end of 15 minutes, you still have more that you want to write, that's okay. Keep writing. And it's okay to add to it later if you suddenly remember something else. So in my case, for wellness, I'm going to go with different things I can do. So better sleep, more exercise, um, change diet. And then you're going to keep writing things as you go. For me, maybe meditation and yoga. How about red light therapy? If you don't know what that is, I will do a training on that another day. Or you can look it up. It's very beneficial. Supplements. Know my numbers. Again, I have additional trainings on that if you don't know what that means. Most people associate know my numbers to blood work, but there's other numbers that are as important as your blood work. And for me was even more important. So look for that training also. Now you've got all of these and you continue for 15 minutes. Now what you're going to do is all of these are going to tie back to this. Again, OCD people, it's okay. Now, off of these things, you're going to expand on that just a little bit further. So, better sleep. Things that I could do are no phone after 6 p.m. Just a side note, I go to bed at 7:30. So for me, that's an hour and a half before I go to bed. I believe it's about an hour that you're supposed to get rid of your phone because it affects your circadian rhythm. Now, if you're like me and you actually have your phone in your room because that's what you use as your clock and your alarm, I need to change that, but I haven't yet. Now, this could also tie back. I could also put meditate for better sleep, prayer. Okay, didn't spell that one right. Set times. Basically, you go to bed at the same time, you get up at the same time. And that's a good thing for sleep. Better pillow. Now, all of these things will tie back into this. Now, the goal is that you have an idea of things that you can do. Now, if you're like me, you're going to suddenly start freaking out because you're going to go, holy cow, there is no way I can do all of this stuff. Stay with me for a second. So, more exercise. This could be walking. Could be dance. I don't dance, but it could be dance. And then you're going to write all the things that you like to do. Now, here's a tip for you. If you've heard of the blue zones, that's where the most centurions live. People that have quality life well into their hundreds. One common thread between all of them, I believe it was all of them, is that their exercise was everyday activities that they did, obviously on a consistent basis. For example, walking was a big one. I remember one of the places they walked everywhere and they walked up hills and I mean, the whole place was very hilly, so they walked a lot up hills. These people are in their 90s and hundreds and they're still walking. So that was a big thing. Gardening, that's exercise. Those are the two that stick in my mind, but the biggest things were they walked. One place they rode bikes a lot. Now, if you're anywhere like I am, there's really no safe place to ride bikes unless you want to go like mountain biking. No. So don't overthink your exercise. The goal is to move. Believe it or not, one of the things that they said that was the biggest benefit as you get older is balance. There's a large number of elderly people that the reason that they have problems is they fall. So, a simple thing for more exercise could be doing yoga. Now, if you have physical restrictions, there are ways to work around that. You can do chair yoga if you have bad knees. So these two things could tie together. If I want to do more exercise, maybe the one thing that is going to move the biggest needle is to do yoga. Believe it or not, yoga also helps sleep. It also can help with dietary things because it helps your digestion. Yoga could also tie to meditation. So there is something. This could be a domino that knocks over several dominoes, getting me closer to my goal of wellness. One thing that I fight is inflammation. If this is one of the biggest things that I want to fight, I can look at yoga helps, meditation helps, changing my diet helps, exercise helps, better sleep helps, red light therapy helps, supplement helps, and knowing my number helps. All of those things can help this. So when you're trying to get a plan in place and you've written all this out and you've exhausted your brain, you're going to make a plan, but I want you to focus on one or two things that are going to get you closer to this goal. Does it make sense? Because if you overwhelm yourself and try to do all of this at one time, you're just not going to do it. The goal of writing all this down is so that you can take all that jumble that's in your brain, think messy closet, you can organize it, you can put it back into place and say, oh, look, there's all my blue shirts. Guess what? I think I like this one the best. Let's start with this one. Same thing with this. There's many things that you can do outside of pharmaceuticals that can help move the needle. For me, my biggest thing when I was trying to fight wellness was memory and fatigue. Those were huge struggles for me. And they could not give me an answer, no matter how many doctors I saw. If you can relate, this is definitely for you. We have to do better. Ladies, it's up to us. And I say that with a little bit of a caveat because I believe all things are through Christ. Now, if you don't like the idea of planning, I'm going to tell you, it was an epiphany for me. It made me feel so much better when I found it in the Bible. So Philippians 3:11 through 14, and yes, I have my Bible sitting here. Paul is talking about making plans. Now, he actually had said, I do not count myself to have apprehended, but one thing I do, forgetting those things which are, and reaching forward. Wait a second, gotta grab it. I can't read and look at you guys too. So forgetting those things which are behind and reaching for those things which are ahead. So he, despite the fact that he was in prison, he was still making plans. We can make plans for wellness. We can make plans to feel better. Another thing I'd like to add to your toolbox of tools to feel better: alignment. So I have been taking part in Tyler Watson's alignment technique. Life-changing. It's crazy how life-changing it is. But I will do another training on that also. So I hope this has helped you with mind mapping. Put your goal in the center and just start brain dumping all the things that you can think of. They're going to help you get to that. Do not judge yourself. If you write something down and you think, why did I put that on there? It's okay. This is just to get everything out of your head. So, as I said, brain dump all of the big ideas, then take those big ideas or medium ideas and start writing the smaller ideas of things that can do that. These tiny little steps can get you to the big step. So for example, if I started doing fatigue was my thing. Setting a time, consistently going to bed and getting up at the same time. Getting up at the same time is sometimes hard because we want to sleep in on the weekends. Setting a time gets me better sleep, takes care of fatigue. By not having so much fatigue, I have more energy for exercise. See how the dominoes start to fall? If I have more energy for exercise, I may do more yoga. If I do more yoga, I may find that I'm meditating better, which is helping my brain. If I know my numbers and I know what supplements that I need, I can take that and may help my diet, may help my fatigue, may help me exercise more, help better sleep. All of these things are connected. And sometimes that one little thing that you change can make big results. Huge. Tiny tweaks can help you have big results. Now, if this kind of thing excites you, and this is what you would like help with, but you need more personalized help, I do offer one-on-one coaching. I also have a membership where you can get group coaching. So these are things that I can help you with and step you through and give you a plan for wellness, because I've been there. I went from, for those that don't know my story, in 2016, best time of my life, met an amazing man, got married, and a month after we got married, I ended up in the emergency room. And after months of testing, all I kept hearing was, you're in normal range, you're getting older, you know, all of the excuses and all of the things of why they couldn't help me. I just read an article and it said that women that were in my position of having these symptoms, but not really having a solid thing to diagnose them with, it takes 5 doctors in like 6 months. It was insane, but so true. So for me, when it was time for me to know my numbers, I ended up in a naturopath. The naturopath helped me know my numbers, which helped me with my supplements, which helped me get rid of the fatigue. And then I also changed my diet based on the fact what my numbers said. And because I knew my numbers and knew how bad I was put on a no exercise restriction for a year. So after I knew my numbers again, and started getting better and changed my supplements. I was able to exercise. I changed my diet. I had better sleep. I was able to do yoga again. I was able to start meditating, and I actually got my memory back and lost some of my fatigue and have way more energy, as you can see. Do I have down days? Sure. Don't we all? But I have a plan that can help you. And here's the thing. My plan for you is to help you figure out your plan, because what worked for me may not work for you. What I do, you may not want to do. And the goal is that you need to do what is going to help you, because a plan isn't going to do you any good if you don't actually work the plan. So I wish you all the wellness in the world. I look forward to connecting with you if this is something that resonates with you. I will have deeper training on it, and I will also have training on some of the other aspects of it. And one-on-one coaching is available. I hope you have a great, blessed day, and I look forward to seeing you again.